Have you ever wondered what might be hidden behind the walls of the Vatican? Imagine an institution so ancient and powerful that, over the centuries, it has accumulated documents, relics, and secrets inaccessible to most people. But what if, among these hidden truths, there are records about people like you? Souls who deep down know they have a special role to play in this world. In the most protected archives of the Vatican, there are accounts that speak of prophecies, spiritual beings, and yes, about the chosen ones. Those who carry a unique and divine mission with a light that sets them apart from the majority. But why hide something so extraordinary? What could be so significant in these records that they have been kept secret for so long? Today, we will dive into this mystery and explore what might be concealed from us. These ancient records mention signs, traits, and even prophecies related to the chosen ones. They raise the question, has the truth about who we are been suppressed to prevent a collective awakening? As we journey through this topic, I want to ask you, do you feel there's something different about your essence? Do you sense the world looks at you in a peculiar way, or that there's a mission pulsing deep within you? Share your thoughts in the comments. Your experience might be the key to helping others recognize themselves as well. Before we move forward, let me remind you of the importance of following every step of this journey. Subscribe to the channel now, activate the notifications, and ensure you don't miss any content from Chosen Light. Here, we deliver knowledge straight from the source with depth and authenticity, unlike others who merely imitate without understanding. This is the space for those seeking more than just answers. It's a sanctuary for reconnecting with the deepest part of your soul. Now, prepare yourself, because we're just getting started. Within the Vatican, the so-called secret archives are among the greatest mysteries of humanity. Imagine a place where manuscripts spanning centuries are stored, letters that have never been read by the public, and documents that could transform the way we view the world. A true labyrinth of information, accessible only to a select few. But what exactly is hidden there? Among these relics, there are accounts of spiritual phenomena, apocryphal texts, and even prophecies that mention extraordinary individuals. These writings speak of beings directly connected to the divine, entrusted with a mission that transcends human understanding. And here comes the big question. Could it be that you, with everything you feel and perceive, are part of this story? What is even more intriguing is that this information remains locked away, even in an era where transparency is increasingly valued. What could be so powerful in these records that they must be kept out of public reach? Perhaps the answer lies in the profound impact these truths would have. Think about this. What if the Vatican holds evidence confirming what you already sense deep in your soul? That you are not here by chance, that your doubts, intuitions, and experiences are pieces of a much greater puzzle? Could it be that this knowledge has been hidden to prevent you and countless others from awakening to your true calling? Another fascinating point is the extremely restricted access to these archives. Only a select few, under highly specific conditions, are granted permission to enter this place. Many believe that what is kept there could shake the very foundations of religion as we know it today. Imagine if people realize that the divine is closer than they ever believed, that the connection to God doesn't rely on intermediaries, but resides in the power already within each individual. Wouldn't such a revelation change everything? Now, take a moment to reflect. If this information were available, how would it transform your life? And more importantly, why would those in power resist sharing this with the world? Do you feel we are approaching something greater? Because all signs point to the chosen ones having a central role in this grand mystery. And perhaps, very soon, some of these truths will begin to surface. Have you ever wondered what might be hidden within the Vatican's secret archives? We're not just talking about relics or historical documents, but about knowledge that could redefine everything we know about spirituality and the role of the chosen ones. Imagine if, within those walls, there were profound accounts of spiritual gifts, prophecies foretelling the emergence of enlightened souls, or messages affirming the calling you feel but cannot yet fully explain. What lies ahead is even more intriguing. These secret archives are often described as a locked chest, filled with secrets that could challenge what we accept as truth about humanity. What exactly is hidden there? Is it something we're not prepared to uncover, or something those in power prefer we don't know? Now we must address something crucial. The role of the chosen ones in humanity's spiritual history. Who are these individuals who emerge during times of great crisis and transformation? Across various spiritual traditions, the chosen ones are described as bearers of light, deeply connected to the divine, and tasked with guiding humanity toward a new level of consciousness. They are not untouchable mystical figures. They are ordinary people who have awakened to something greater within themselves. Could it be that you are one of them? Have you ever felt that there is something different about you? That your existence carries a greater purpose, even if you can't quite put it into words yet? This feeling is far from a coincidence. It echoes messages found in ancient texts, such as the apocryphal Gospels of Thomas and Mary Magdalene, which were deliberately left out of the official scriptures. These texts present a revolutionary vision. Spirituality is not reserved for an elite, but is accessible to anyone who dares to seek it. The Gospel of Thomas, for instance, reminds us that the kingdom of God is within you. For the chosen ones, this affirms that their mission is not something external, but an inner awakening, a journey that begins within the heart. But why were these texts excluded? Perhaps because they challenge the notion that intermediaries are necessary for connecting with the divine. They suggest that the power lies within us, that our connection to the sacred is direct and unshakable. For the chosen ones, this truth is both empowering and transformative. The Gospel of Mary Magdalene is another fascinating example. It offers a more balanced perspective on spirituality, emphasizing the harmony between the divine feminine and masculine. It reinforces the idea that spiritual growth is an individual and deeply personal journey, something the chosen ones understand at their core. And here's something worth pondering. Why hide these messages? What might happen if everyone knew they had the ability to access their own light and connect with the divine without intermediaries? Perhaps the structures that control spiritual power fear losing their influence. The chosen ones are often described as those who face rejection, isolation, and intense challenges. It's as if their journeys are tests of strength and determination. If this resonates with you, know that you are not alone. The signs that you are chosen are in every moment when you felt you don't completely belong to this world. In ancient texts, the chosen ones appear as divine responses to challenging times, beacons of hope amid the darkness. Have you ever stopped to think that you might be playing this role without even realizing it? As we explore the mysteries of the apocryphal texts and the secrets hidden within the Vatican, one thing becomes clear. The suppressed knowledge holds transformative power. It not only validates what the chosen ones feel deep within, but also offers a map for them to fulfill their mission of bringing light to a world in crisis. Perhaps the most powerful secret in these documents is something that has always been within you, the certainty that your existence has a greater purpose. And now, more than ever, it is time to awaken to this truth. Have you imagined the impact these hidden messages could have if widely known? They directly challenge the notion that only institutions or religious leaders have the power to mediate the connection between humanity and the divine. This idea, revolutionary at its core, could shake the foundations of many established structures. Perhaps this is precisely why much of this information has been suppressed, hidden, or distorted over time. When we speak of the chosen ones, it becomes evident how the themes in these apocryphal texts resonate deeply with what many feel today. They speak of intuition, a direct connection with the divine, and a spiritual journey that transcends dogma and tradition. For the chosen ones, this isn't merely theoretical. It's a pulsating truth, something that cannot be ignored. But why hide these truths? Was humanity in past eras not ready to embrace such an awakening? Or were institutions afraid of losing control over those who, by accessing their spirituality autonomously, would no longer need intermediaries? The message that the divine is accessible to everyone, without restrictions, is one of the most powerful truths there is. For the chosen ones, it is the foundation of their existence, a calling that manifests with every step they take on their journey. And yet, much of this knowledge remains hidden, shielded by ecclesiastical walls, or consigned to obscurity. The Vatican's secret archives stand as a clear example of this. They represent more than just historical documents. They symbolize the control that has been exercised over spirituality for centuries. Now, we must address a central point: the control of spirituality and how it has shaped the history of the chosen ones. Since the dawn of organized religions, the regulation of spiritual connection has been used as a tool of influence. Free and intuitive spirituality, like that of the chosen ones, has always posed a threat to these structures. After all, when you control how people connect to the divine, you control their actions, thoughts, and even their dreams. The chosen ones, by their very nature, are different. They do not fit into predefined molds, nor do they accept norms that contradict their essence. This makes them natural challengers of oppressive systems. Throughout history, this has often led to their persecution and rejection. Their messages remind humanity that spiritual strength does not lie in temples, rules, or hierarchies, but within every individual. Take Joan of Arc, for instance, a young woman who heard the divine call, trusted her visions, and inspired multitudes. Her unshakable faith was so powerful that it threatened the institutions of her time. Condemned as a heretic, Joan was silenced, but her story remains a testament to the resilience of the chosen. Even in the face of adversity, their light never fades. And what about the Vatican? For centuries, it has played a pivotal role in both preserving and suppressing spiritual knowledge. Dangerous texts were banned, books were burned, and ancient practices were labeled as heresy. This created a singular narrative about spirituality, distancing people from their direct connection to the divine. Yet there is something that even the strictest control could not extinguish: the essence of the chosen ones. They carry an energy that transcends time and the boundaries imposed by man. Even without fully understanding who they are, they know they do not belong to the patterns of this world. That discomfort you feel with certain structures, or the sense that something is amiss, could be a reflection of your connection to this greater truth. Here lies the most fascinating point. Spiritual control doesn't just hide information, it diverts people's focus, making them believe that power resides outside of themselves, that they need intermediaries to reach the divine. But the chosen, even when facing misunderstanding and isolation, never abandon the inner call. So reflect for a moment. Could what you feel, that restlessness, that search for something greater, be a clear sign that you are more connected to the truth than you realize? Perhaps you, like so many other chosen ones before you, are a beacon in the darkness, carrying a message the world is not yet ready to accept, but desperately needs for its transformation. The spark you carry, the unease you feel in the face of what seems superficial or confining, is not a curse, it is your awakening. It is the divine whisper urging you to remember who you truly are. And as much as institutions may try to obscure this truth, it is unshakable, eternal, and rooted deeply within you. If this resonates with you, take it as confirmation that you are not alone. You are part of a much greater story. A story that is still being written by those who dare to live in the light of their true essence. We have reached a pivotal moment, the role of the chosen ones in today's world. For centuries, powerful forces have tried to silence these illuminated souls, but times have changed. We are living in an era of awakening where buried truths are beginning to surface. The chosen ones are central to this great process of collective transformation. In the past, these special souls were isolated, solitary lights in a vast sea of darkness. But now, something extraordinary is happening. They are connecting. Thanks to technology, social media, and the expansion of consciousness, the chosen ones are finding and recognizing one another. This union is so powerful that it is shaking entire systems. And of course, this unsettles those who benefit from control. And what about you? Have you felt something different lately? Perhaps a growing restlessness, an inexplicable calling, or even internal changes that no one seems to understand. It could be physical, emotional, or even spiritual. All of it is part of the awakening process. But being chosen in the modern era comes with its challenges. The world constantly tries to shape you, to make you fit into patterns that don't resonate with your essence. Forces create distractions, fear, and confusion to keep you from seeing your true mission. And yet, you are here, facing it all, because within you lies something that cannot be extinguished. The role of the chosen ones today is vital. It's not just about your own journey, but about how you inspire those around you. Often you may not realize the impact your actions have, but every aligned choice, every step taken with courage and truth, becomes a beacon for those still searching. So how do you navigate this landscape? The answer isn't out there, it's within you. The chosen ones are called to access an ancient wisdom that was never lost, only forgotten. It's time to reconnect with your intuition, with your divine essence. While many seek external answers, the chosen ones know that true power lies in listening to the silence of their own soul. Signs are everywhere. The world is questioning systems that once seemed untouchable. More and more people are seeking answers that go beyond the tangible and the material. And without realizing it, many of these people are looking to you. Perhaps what you considered a personal struggle is actually training for this moment. Think for a moment. Could all the difficulties you've faced, the doubts you've carried, and the unexplainable experiences you've lived through have been preparing you for now? To be one of the voices helping humanity remember what truly matters. And what does all this have to do with the secrets of the Vatican? Absolutely everything. Because while those truths remain locked away in vaults, they also live within every chosen one. You are like a missing piece of a puzzle that is finally being assembled. If these words have stirred something within you, share what you're feeling. Your journey, as unique as it is, could be the inspiration someone else needs to find their own path. And don't forget, subscribe to the channel and turn on notifications to keep following this collective awakening. You are not alone on this journey. The chosen ones are here, now, and together we can transform the world. We'll see you in the next video. Until then, keep your light shining bright.